What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Attempt number 4 at this video. So, I haven't been here in a minute because my business partner and I started another business. We are still going to do eBay. Nothing's going to change with eBay. We're still going to build it up. There's no reason to fold up operations and quit on this. But that took away some time. I had to do some stuff last week. And so I didn't do the 100-day, see if I could do 100 drafts in one day thing, obviously, or otherwise I would have released the video. Excuse me. So I'm not going to do that because it'll take a lot of time, a lot of energy. There's no reason to burn myself out just to see if I can do something. So Friday I prepped a bunch of items. Um, I wanted to do 150 because that's how many I need for 1 week. I couldn't do it. It takes too long. I get these tasks and I want to complete them right away. That's just not the way to do it. It's slow and steady. I should know that by now. Um, but sometimes I forget things, I guess, and get too rambunctious and just want to go 100 miles an hour. So slow and steady. So I did build up a nice backlog of items ready to be drafted. I have more than I need to do, but if I just keep building it up a little bit each day, I'll be at 150 in no time. If the rack can hold 150, I think it can, but the max I put on there is 100. So we'll have to see if it can. So we did that. We just did a bunch of other stuff. I didn't do any listing on Friday. Um, I've wanted to get 600 drafts. That's 1 month for me, but that's $3,000 buy cost for 600 items because my buy cost is about $5 each, which yes, I'm working on lowering. So it's a lot of money out there, and that's $6,000 in potential profit if I just do a nice even number of 10 per item profit, which, some are going to be a lot more. But anyways, you get the idea. Decided to go 21 days. So that's 420 drafts. That's far enough. That plus having 3 to 4 weeks of stuff backstock. I think that's a good place to be at. That's not too much money sitting here. Say it's 1,000 items just for a nice round number. Even though 6 weeks is what? We said 420, 840 times 5 is $2,200. $22,000 potential profits in there. So, I mean, what do? You got to have some stuff in your draft bank in case something goes wrong, and you got to have backstock so that you have backstock so you don't run out, right? So that gives you a 6-week buffer, let's say, before you have to go find another job or go find more inventory or whatever, right? So I think that's a good place to be, just kind of the cost of doing business. Every business just about carries inventory of some sort. So we're carrying inventory that's not listed, but you got to have that stuff ready. When Costco has stuff that's not in the store yet, but it's on its way to the store or sitting in the big warehouse, I mean, that's their cost. It's just part of doing business. So we're keeping a close eye on things as far as money goes because we're rebuilding this. So there was a lot of downturn, which documented in my videos. Days of making $50, $40, really tough. We did the big deleted over half our store in July. Got rid of a lot of bad items, tried to sell them in the garage sale. Some sold. We still have a bunch back here that need to sell or be donated. But we also took out some of the mall brand stuff, Old Navy, Gap, Anthropologie, all that, or not Anthropologie, Apostle, Aeropostale. Anyways, we took some of those out of the store because they weren't moving. Now we're putting them back. The mall brands has a great listing, pictures, item specifics, tile, everything's done right, and we just move forward on them, sell them at a cheap price, they'll fly, right? So we're getting through this stuff. We're slowly building back up. In August, we were selling 6.3 a day. And in September, we sold 8.3 a day. So we jumped up 2 per day. It's an extra 60 listings. Or 60 items sold. If I could do that every month, You can do the math in your head. I'd be doing pretty dang good by this time next year. So I'm kind of fast. I'm kind of surprised how fast we are rebounding, but I'm happy. I'm happy that we are. We just got to keep going, keep pushing hard. I will not raise my listing goal until I'm averaging about 17 per day. I think, that'd be within 3 per day, not quite nirvana or whatever you want to call it, but that's getting pretty close to, okay, it's time to up if you want to make more sales. If you don't want to make more sales, you don't have to up it. I know I can handle 21 a day. So, that's 30 more items at $5. It's 150 more bucks a month out of pocket. Is that right? Yeah, 150 bucks more a month out of pocket for inventory. But if it's going to sell, hey, why not, right? So I'd rather do that than go from 20 to 25 like I did before, because at 25, that's an extra 5 per day. Now it's an extra 150 per month. It's an extra $750. It's a little more money to come out of your pocket. So you got to make sure the store is doing good. Um, I I'm guessing we're going to have to make the decision if things continue on this pace. I have to make the decision at the end of the year. Are we going to go to 21? Um, but I don't think it's going to be a hard decision. If the sales support it, it's a no-brainer in my book. How many can I do by myself? Probably. Let's see. So let's just say I did 30 per day. So that's 210 a week. If I wanted to do that in 5 days, that's 40, 42, 43 a day. Is that right? 30, 30 a day times 7 is 210, 4. Yeah. So now the question becomes, could I do 42 a day? I mean, if I had to, yeah. But then if I'm shipping out 40, it's a full day. I could probably make it happen. And you're probably more motivated when you're making the money, right? When you're seeing 30 plus sales a day, or I guess if you're listing 30 days, say you're seeing 27, 28 sales a day, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I would like to get to that next level. The highest we ever got was, I think we were at 17. My spreadsheet's right here. That's why I'm looking over. I think we were at 17. I can't really move my camera screens right here too. And last time I moved it, it shut off on me. Oh, here we go. I can reduce it though. Hold on. Sorry. 17.9 per day back in October. So this month of last year, October was a great month, our best month ever. I remember that. We were like, yeah, top of the world. And then all of a sudden we got to, I can tell you, because I thought it was a Black Friday issue, because last year, like Walmart and Target, all these big stores were doing their Black Friday sales every single week. I think they started the end of October. Maybe it was the first week of November. But if we look back here, October, well, yeah, let's throw October in there. So October 1st through December 28th. Yeah, the traffic started to go down. So it just, I don't know. So October 6th, October, in 5 days, we lost 500,000 impressions. I don't know. And then it just kept going down and down and down and down and down and down. By the end of December, so we went from 1.5 million impressions on October 9th to 2.5 months later, 394,000 impressions with 3 sold. So we're like, what the heck? We thought it was just Black Friday and it never rebound, right? So now we're going the other way. So if I look August 1st through today or yesterday, Yeah, so now we're going like this, right? So you have the peaks and the valleys. Peaks get higher, the valleys get higher. That's what's going on right now. So we went from 17.9 a day. That was the best ever. So if I could get back to there and then surpass it, I would be super happy. Super happy. But it's going to take a lot of work. Or really, I shouldn't say a lot of work because we already have the foundation laid, right? I want to work some more on this photo station. I want to cut out, see where the white shelves are? I want to cut it out. So instead of it being flat, there's a space cut out where you can walk in. Carpet will still overhang. So in the photo, you won't know. That way I can walk in and I can lay things out better. That would be, I think I'm going to work on that maybe this weekend if I have time. I don't know. I got some things planned, some fun stuff. So, um, yeah. But I think if we just continue, like I said, we have the foundation laid, continue getting good products, um, sourcing from more than one area. I'm really curious to see how these bales are. If these bales are good, man, that really changes things. That really changes things because, man, I'll order tons of those. But it's premature to say anything about them. But I can still keep thrifting at Goodwill. Um, just kind of mix the really good and the okay, little better than okay stuff together. And if you have a good ratio of that, uh, just keep going. Like I said, I found 40 items at Goodwill. I was not expecting to buy 40 items. I'm real picky now because I didn't need to buy anything, right? So I was really picky going in there and I found really good items. And finally found a Wrangler longtail. If you don't know what that is, Google it or look on eBay or whatever. Vintage, really nice. I found a brush popper 2 weeks ago. That was the first time finding one of those. Um, just some great stuff, some great coats, a great ski bib, um, just some really great stuff. Sweaters, shirts, yeah, just some good stuff. I don't know, maybe you guys want to see some of the stuff I find. I know that's kind of a thing. I don't know. I guess I could do a video of that every now and then if you guys are interested, but mostly this is just documenting the journey and encouraging people that are maybe not their store's not doing so well, or they're new, or they're like at this crossroads like I was of I have all these items but nothing is selling or not a lot is selling. Why? So, and the cool thing is I'm selling. I can't say I'm selling the same amount, or it's taking less impressions and page views to sell items than it was before, like way less, right? Like when I was at the height. So let's just see. I saw a day with 1.5 million impressions roughly, and we sold 24 items. So that's 62,500 impressions. Excuse me, per item. Oh, shoot. Hit the wrong thing. Right? Does that make sense? It takes 62,500 impressions to sell one item on that day. Yesterday, whoop, sorry, I'm new to using a calculator apparently. All right. So before it was taking 62,500 impressions to sell one item. Yesterday it took 30,250 to sell one item. Meaning, if I hit 750,000 impressions, I should be selling, that many items, 24 items. I guess we can look at this on a larger scale. I hope people that watch this like a little bit of math because I like the numbers. So let's do an overall view for the whole month. You should actually do this kind of stuff too, just to give yourself an idea of what's going on in your store. Yeah, so for the month of September, it only took 32,864 impressions to sell one item. So we're smoking last year's butt in that category, which means as our traffic continues to come back, we're going to be selling, potentially we could be selling twice as many items. So then if we got 1.5 million impressions, we'd be selling 48 items instead of 24. So that's encouraging. That's really encouraging. And since we're right here, let's look at the whole last month of October. Let's look at last October. October 2022. There we go. How many different ways can I say it? Okay. Because it looks good to get 38 million impressions for last October. What doesn't look good is it took 68,550 impressions to sell one item. Top 20 search slot impressions, 1%. Rest of search slot impressions, 3.4. I should open up a new page. I should show this to you guys, but I don't want people to see my store. So I guess I could put the screen where you can't see my store name. The reason I don't want people to see my store is because I don't want all these fake views, people just checking out my store and with no intention of buying. But I could change certain things. Or I could scroll down so you can't see my store name again. Okay, so this is the last thing, and then you guys, I'll let you go. I had to make sure I was still recording. Okay, so last October, when we had really good sales, we had 1.3% average sales conversion rate. Last month, we had, hi eBay, 1.6% sales conversion rate, so that went up. 0.1% click-through rate, 0.2% click-through rate for last month. Last October, 1% top 20 search slot impressions. Last month, 1.1% search slot impressions. So not a huge rise. Rest of search slot impressions, 3.4%. Last month, 5.3%. So things are turning around. I'll have to do that. Next video, I'll show you guys my stuff. I'll just make sure my store name isn't visible because I'm weird and don't want people, well, not weird, but I don't want it to screw with my store. All these random people going there with no intention to buy. Okay, that's going to do it. I appreciate everyone stopping by, hanging out, watching, listening to me blabble and babble, not blabble, babble. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. I need to improve on this as well. Doing my videos, we've said that many times. It's just little improvements at a time. All right, take care, everyone.